Hello students, welcome to our today lecture. In our today lecture, we are going to discuss that how to check that residuals are serially correlated or not. Either there is an issue of autocorrelation or not. So basically, first of all, we have to obtain the residuals. After obtaining the residuals, then we will apply different tests to check that either our residuals are serially correlated or not, there is an issue of autocorrelation or not. So first of all, we have to bring all of our data set from Excel file to STATA file. So I have already copied my data from Excel file. Now I have to simply let me do for you again. Here is my data file in Excel. So I am going to copy my all data set, then go to STATA file again, then go to data editor option. Here you have to simply paste all of your data set here, and then you have to click on this option that you have to give permission that treat first row as variable name. So click on OK. So here is our data now in STATA file. So first of all, you have to run a linear regression model. So click on statistics, linear regression model, then click on linear regression. You have to select your dependent variable first, then you have to select your independent variable. For example, I have taken GDPG, my dependent variable, GOB independent variable, TOPD and FDI are my independent variables. So now this has given us the results for linear regression model. Now we have to obtain the residuals. So for obtaining the residuals, you have to go back to statistics, then go to post estimation, then go to predictions, then click on this first option, and then you have to give the new name for your residual, which is let's say resid, and then you have to click on this option residuals equation level scores, then click on OK, and here you can see that it has created our new variable which is residuals. And you can also see that what are the values for our residuals, either this variable has been created successfully or not. You have to go to data editor. Here you can see that all of your residual values has been created successfully. So now what you have to do, you have to apply test in order to check that either your residuals are serially correlated or not. So how you can check that your residuals are serially correlated or not? You have to go to statistics, then go to linear models and related, then go to regression diagnostics, and then go to specification test. But before that, you have to make your data time series. You have to declare that your data is time series. So go to time series, go to setup and utilities, declare data set to be time series, and here in time variable you have to select year. As my data is in year form, so I have to select year, and my data set is yearly, so I have to select this option yearly. So now we are done here. So then we have to go back to statistics, go to linear models and related, go to regression diagnostics, go to specification test, and as we are interested to check the correlation issue in our residual, so we have to apply Durbin-Watson alternative test. So click on this and then press OK. So here it has given you the results for autocorrelation by applying Durbin-Watson test. So what is the null and alternative hypothesis? It has given you the null hypothesis by default, which means that there is no serial correlation. So when H naught is no serial correlation or residuals are not correlated, and alternative hypothesis will be residuals are correlated. Okay, so no serial correlation means residuals are not auto correlated, and H1 or alternative hypothesis is that residuals are correlated. So we can also say that there is no autocorrelation, and for this we can say that there is autocorrelation. So what is the guideline? The guideline is that we have to see this p value. Okay, if the p value is less than 0.05, or we can also say this at 5%. If the probability value is less than 0.05, we have to reject the null hypothesis. So let's see what is our p value. Our p value is 0.04, which is less than 0.05 or 4%, which means that we have to reject the null hypothesis. So which means that when we are rejecting the null hypothesis, what was null hypothesis? There is no serial correlation, and we are rejecting it. Why? Because our probability value is less than 0.05. So we have to accept the alternative hypothesis, which means that there is an issue of autocorrelation in our data set. So there is another test that is used to check the issue of autocorrelation. So go to statistics, go to linear models and related, go to residual diagnostics, go to specification test, and click on Brosh-Godfrey test and click on OK. So here you can see that Brosh-Godfrey LM test for autocorrelation. So again, what is the guideline? The H naught is residuals are not correlated, and H1 is residuals are correlated. As in this case also p value is less than 0.05, as the p value is less than 0.05, so we have to reject the null hypothesis, which means that we have to accept the alternative hypothesis, and conclusion is that there is an issue of autocorrelation. So this is how you can check that either your residuals are residuals are autocorrelated or not. We have applied two tests, Durbin-Watson test and Brosh-Godfrey test, and both of the tests tells us that there is an issue of autocorrelation.